Hey everyone, and welcome back to The SCREENY. Gordon Ramsay has made quite the name for himself with his various TV exploits over the years. Kitchen Nightmares is arguably one of his most popular ventures, seeing the potty-mouthed Brits go into failing restaurants to shake them up and turn them around. While it's struggled on in various guises over the past decade, it might not last for much longer. Join us as we take a look at why Kitchen Nightmares might be ending. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos about your favorite movies and TV shows. It's too repetitive. Kitchen Nightmares and Ramsay's similar shows have been going on for a seriously long time now, so it's hardly surprising that people might start to get a little bored with it. Sure, each restaurant is different, but we know what to expect by now, don't we? Gordon will go in, have a really bad meal, then head into the kitchen where he'll no doubt find some sort of disgusting mold. One of the members of staff will probably resist change, and there will be a little war of words between the mogul and the people he's trying to help before it's all figured out in the end. I mean, at this point, we could basically write it ourselves. The chef must be doing something right for his shows to still be on air, but is there really much more he can do when it's all already been done before? How can Ramsay keep viewers tuning in if he's never putting anything new on the menu? See what we did there? Ramsay goes insane. Insane, you say? Before you start laughing, hear us out. Let's take a look at the facts here. Every episode is centered around Gordon going into a failing eatery and assuming responsibility, trying to save a family business from making its owners bankrupt. That's a lot of pressure to put on one man, isn't it? It's not as if everything always goes smoothly either. There's so much drama going on and high tensions in each situation that it has to take its toll on the visibly agitated chef. Even if it's just for TV, portraying yourself as so highly strung and annoyed all the time has to have an impact on you. Gordon puts his all into transforming these restaurants, but more often than not, they end up reverting to their old ways and closing down mere months after his visit. He must look at these failures and wonder why he ever bothered. That sort of constant disappointment isn't exactly going to make you smile, is it? With that being said, it's a distinct possibility that the G-Man might have to hang up his reality TV apron for the sake of his own mental health before he well and truly loses it. Lawsuits win for good. When you produce a reality TV series, especially one that meddles in business affairs, you're putting yourself at risk of getting a lawsuit or three. Gordon is no different. The hardened businessman is no stranger to the ins and outs of a court. Earlier this year, Oceana Grill, the subject of an 8-year-old episode of the show, filed a lawsuit in Orleans Parish Civil District Court after old footage was posted to Facebook. The video showed Ramsay throwing up after unearthing an old box of shrimp found lurking in the depths of the kitchen, before going on to find 3 dead mice in a mousetrap. Their claim was that the episode had tarnished their reputation irreparably. It probably did, but come on! There's no smoke without fire! The footage went viral, gaining over 1 million views in 24 hours before it was deleted. The suit claims that some of the issues in the episode were fabricated for TV. There's no word on if they won it or not, but it's just a matter of time before someone brings about a successful suit that puts a serious dent in the production budget. And then what? TV shows can run on thin air. His swearing gets too much. What is Gordon Ramsay famous for? Really? Sure, he cooks a mean steak and clearly knows what he's doing in the kitchen, but at his core, the chef is known worldwide for his foul mouth and his angry temper. While it might have stood him in good stead so far and made him millions, the world is changing. What used to be acceptable isn't anymore, and respecting other human beings is a pretty big deal these days. As the world continues to evolve, seeing someone swearing so much on television might not be so favorably looked upon by some who don't want it to be a negative influence. What happens if the network puts a ban on Gordon's constant swearing? Would the show be as popular? Would people tune in to watch a smiling, happy chef gently suggest to restaurant owners that they might need to break out the anti-back? We can't see that happening. But then again, stranger things have happened. The Walking Dead hasn't been canceled yet, and we could have a driverless taxi by 2021, so, anything is possible. The jig is up. Well, like most reality TV shows, Kitchen Nightmares isn't as real as they'd like you to think. Rumor has it that some of the staff we see at these eateries, like the terrible waiter or the cook who can't even fry an egg, don't actually work there at all. They're simply actors hired by the production staff to make the episode more interesting, which is completely bizarre. Why would any restaurant already failing want to make themselves look even worse on TV? It turns out they really don't have a choice. If they want the help of one of the biggest chefs in the world, then they have to play ball and realize it's really all about the entertainment. If the production staff can't make it into an episode that is worth watching, then why would they bother sending Ramsay there at all? It doesn't really have anything to do with wanting to help these failing businesses in the long run, does it? No. It's all about that sweet, sweet revenue that comes from raking in the viewers. More and more people are starting to catch on to the realization that reality TV really isn't reality at all, so Gordon will no doubt start to feel the burn when these guys turn off their TV sets. How long could a show really last when no one believes a thing that's going on anymore? Producers push too far. When the chef goes into a restaurant to try and save it, there's one thing that's certain. The owners are going to be really annoyed about it. Have you ever wondered why a failing business person would be a massive douche to a world-renowned chef sent to save them from financial ruin? In real life? They wouldn't be, would they? But this is the land of TV. And apparently producers like to create drama by asking the owners to fight with Ramsay. They actually incite most of the arguments that are seen on the show, either by fully scripting them or causing trouble behind the scenes so the restaurateurs flip out. It seems to have worked pretty well for the network so far, but what happens if they push someone a little bit too far and all hell breaks loose while they're filming? Running a business is pretty stressful anyway, and there are a lot of knives hanging around in a kitchen. Just saying. There wouldn't be a Kitchen Nightmares if there was no Gordon Ramsay around to film because he's been turned into a shish kebab. Owners stop applying. When considering taking your business on a show that will expose it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly, there's a lot to think about. Sure, Gordon could rock up, tear everything down, and start again from the bottom up, making a success out of a doomed failure, but there's another, more likely element. People will stop eating at your establishment because they've seen how gross you were and think you could be that gross again. Or the changes simply don't stick. As we've briefly touched upon, most businesses that appear on the show don't live on despite the help of the Michelin star chef. In fact, most restaurants saved by Ramsay closed down within a year of the episode airing. The problems are often so deep-rooted that it's not as simple as getting a visit from a celebrity chef to figure things out. If owners gradually start to cotton on to the fact that Ramsay doesn't really do anything but give them 5 minutes of fame, then it won't take long for them to stop applying for the show. If they do, what is Ramsay left with? Shouting at an empty kitchen won't do the trick, will it? Perhaps the network will just hire some actors, and it will become the most unreality reality TV around. You never know. The new format sucks. Ramsay made the announcement in 2018 that he'd be doing a new version of Kitchen Nightmares called Gordon Ramsay's 24 Hours to Hell and Back. The only difference? The restaurants were only given 24 hours to get their acts together. Gordon rolls in with a 70-foot trailer called Hell on Wheels, where he gives masterclasses to the miserable staff in an attempt to get them to work better. But seriously, how long can this really last? For a start, there really is nothing new bar about the 24-hour clock, and how much can the restaurateurs be taught in a single day if they haven't been able to save their businesses in years? Like most things in TV, the new series was hotly advertised and it was supposed to be the new, all-singing, all-dancing version of Kitchen Nightmares that was better than anything we'd ever seen before. But really, it was just the same old stuff, older than the molds found on some of those walk-in fridges. Gordon, we love you, but you can change up the names and the format as much as you like. It's not going to work on us. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content, and don't forget to check out one of the other 2 videos on your screen.